guys, I'm Alix Traeger, and today I'm gonna show you how to make 3 hearty and simple soups for fall. I love soup because it's quick, versatile, it fills you up and keeps you warm. And today we're gonna make butternut squash, chicken and rice, and vegetarian chili. Let's get souping. I love butternut squash soup because it's so rich and filling and hearty, and it also has an amazing color. I'm gonna start by carefully cutting my butternut squash in half. Oh my God. Okay, boom. We did it. All right, taking a bowl, we gotta scoop the guts out. Okay, all clean. And now for the fun part. We're gonna put these onto a baking sheet lined with parchment paper. Now I'm gonna drizzle each with a little olive oil. Whoop. This will help moisten it and lock in those seasonings. Salt, and some pepper. Boom, boom, boom. We're adding our aromatics. So we have garlic, and I'm gonna pop that right into the cavity of each squash. We also have sage, a couple of sprigs in each. And rosemary, some great fall herbs. As our butternut squash bakes, these herbs will really infuse into its flesh, which will just make for a really delicious soup. Now we're gonna bake these at 375 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes until they're really tender and soft. Bada boom. I can smell those aromatics. It is time to get our squash. Woo! I told you, look how beautiful these are. Oh, perfect, look at that. I also talked about the fact that I love the color of butternut squash soup, so I'm actually gonna remove all of our herbs. I am, however, gonna leave my garlic in there. But these herbs will be great for garnish later, so be sure to save them. Now we're gonna move over to this blender. I'm gonna take one of my butternut squashes. Again, that garlic is going right in there. I love garlic. Now we're gonna add our broth. So I'm using vegetable broth, and this calls for 3 to 4 cups. Let's start blending. Boom. Woo! I'm gonna pause it and check the consistency. Let's get in here. Check that out. Looking pretty good. I'd say a little bit more stock. There we are. 3, 2, 1. Blast off! All right, our consistency is looking great. So I'm gonna pop off the top and pour our soup into the pot. Ooh, look at the velvety smooth texture. And I'm gonna add a little salt and pepper. All right, we're bringing our soup back up to temp. You can tell by these bubbles going here and the steam. We are ready to rock and roll. All right, our soup's bubbling. You know what that means. It's time to eat. Let's take a bite. First, I'm gonna eat with my eyes, because look at this color. Woo. It is so silky smooth, velvety on your tongue. You get that hint of sweetness from the butternut squash, the herbs and the garlic. It is so good. Our soup journey has just begun. Time for our next soup. Everyone knows chicken and noodle soup, but today we're making its hot cousin, chicken and rice. Get it? Hot because it's soup. We've got a lot of chopping to do, so let's get into it. First, we're gonna dice up a whole onion for this. We're gonna cut this off first, flat side down, and then cut through the root. So after I've cut my onion in half and peeled it, I'm gonna make some horizontal cuts and then some vertical cuts along the lines of the onion, and then cut across, which will give you a quick dice. Boom. All right, my onion's all diced. I'm gonna pop it in my bowl. Now, carrot. I'm gonna slice off the top and then slice the carrot into thirds. Now I'm gonna slice my carrot third in half, boom, and then slice into half moons. Perfect. All right, now I'm gonna pop my carrot into the bowl with the onion. And last but not least, 2 stalks of celery. So I'm gonna start by slicing off the root end and this end, and then slicing these all across. Beautiful. And finally, popping our celery into the bowl. I'm also gonna add garlic because I'm obsessed with garlic. Gonna start with a hot pot and a few glugs of olive oil. You wanna wait for your oil to get nice and hot, so look for it to be shimmery. Time to add in our veg. Whoop. Now we're gonna give that a nice stir. We're gonna wait for our onions to get nice and translucent and the carrots and celery to become tender, but not mushy. I'm also gonna add in some fresh thyme right off the stem. I'm adding 4 sprigs and 1 bay leaf. Boop. I'm also gonna add a little salt here. I like to salt along the way, just a big pinch. We're gonna add more later. Okay, our veg is looking great. Our onions are translucent. Our carrot and celery is soft. Time to move on. It also smells so good. I could literally stop here and eat this. Next, I'm adding 1 cup of rice straight into the pot and 2 cups of shredded chicken. And finally, we're adding 2 quarts of chicken broth. Gonna get a little crazy in here and add them both at once. Woo! Perfect. And a little more salt. So I'm gonna crank the heat up and bring it to a boil, then reduce it to a simmer and pop the lid on so the rice can cook, and see ya in 20 to 25 minutes. All right, it's time for the best part. Time to eat. Woo! That is so good. There's something so nostalgic about chicken soup, and that rice is a really great addition instead of noodles. It's like a symphony in your mouth. A soup-phony. I can't wait to show you guys this vegetarian chili. This is probably the heartiest of the 3 soups, but equally delicious. I have my vegetables already prepped, so we're doing 1 red onion, 1 bell pepper, 2 carrots, and 2 stalks of celery. And can't forget 2 cloves of grated garlic. All right, we're ready to start putting our things into a pot. We've got our oil. I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons. All right, I can already see the oil starting to shimmer. Now let's add the veggies. Woo! Give that a nice stir, like a human tripod. All right, our veg is nice and soft. It's looking really good. This is what you want it to look like. Now it's time to add our spices. First things first, I'm gonna add a little salt, of course, 2 tablespoons of chili powder, 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, 1 teaspoon of ground paprika, 1 teaspoon of dried oregano, and 1 bay leaf. Now give that a nice stir. Multitasking. This is the base of our chili. Now that our spices have had a chance to bloom and get really aromatic, I'm gonna add in 2 cans of strained black beans, 1 can of strained pinto beans, and 12 ounces of diced tomatoes. Give this a nice stir. That is looking so good. And now half a quart of vegetable broth. Oh, don't do that. Now you know the drill. I'm gonna bring this to a boil, reduce it to a simmer, cover, and let it sit for 20 to 25 minutes. See ya. All right, 25 minutes is up. It's time to take a look at our vegetarian chili. It smells so good. Woo! That's what I like to see. All right, I'm gonna give this a little taste. That's really good. I think we need a little more salt and my secret ingredient, lime juice. And it's time to eat our chili. You can't eat chili without the toppings, am I right? So we've got tortilla strips, sour cream, lime, avocado, cheddar cheese, and jalapeno. This is what I like, but you can mix and match as you please. It's chili in here, and I'm super hungry. That is so good, so hearty and filling. You get everything in there, the black beans, the pinto beans, the tortilla strip for crunch. A lot of those spices are coming through, so it's really flavorful and packs a punch. I could eat this all day. All right, we did it. 3 hearty and simple soups for fall. Here are my 3 hot soup tips. If you're making butternut squash soup, save those seeds and then roast them. If you're using a broth, be sure to bring your soup back up to temperature before serving. I highly suggest investing in a soup pot or Dutch oven. That way you can make amazing soup all fall long. Thanks so much for watching, and be sure to subscribe to Target's YouTube channel. All the products I used are in the description box below and are shoppable online.